Hey guys, how's it going? My name's the Breph and welcome to episode 2 of Goaly-Poly, my series where I try to take my favourite club, Wycombe Wanderers, on a bungling journey up the divisions in England and ultimately to Champions League glory. In the last one we largely set up the save. Now there were a few things that I needed to do off the screen because we ended up with 2 hours recording for that one and 2 hours for this one. So I'm going back to the over-the-top format, this sort of in post recording, and hopefully it will just help you transition through the video ever so slightly better. So where are we picking up? Well, I did a couple of bits while I wasn't recording, just sort of administration stuff, so I didn't end up with too much footage. I did some manual scouting, found a couple of players and put together some shortlists, but primarily what I did was go in search of some more of those staffing gaps that I'd left. But to explain to you exactly what I did, let's switch now to my live commentary. First of all, I have made some transfer offers. You'll see here I'm immediately looking at the staff wages there. We've got potentially £6,000 per week in staff wages offered. We've got a budget of 8.84, so we're looking at having just over £2,000 left if we need to bring someone else in. Now the vast majority of that is going on staff here. You'll see Lars Bender, we made an offer for him in the last video. So did we do with the physio and the scouts. I also made an offer for a fella called Reece Carr, who's a coach. He's, as you can see, Welsh, completely unemployed, and he's got really good training stats. So he will fit in quite nicely in the team if he accepts. And I've gone and made an offer for a sports scientist here, Mr. Mark Rubin, because he's got very solid stats. He is American, but you can't have everything, can you? You can't be right all the time. No. In terms of what we've done with players, I've made some trial offers here for 3 players who I think can come in quite nicely and fill a gap, either in their own development or actually slotting straight into the team should they need to. Kian Kelly Capriani, I first came across this player when I was doing a Hampton and Richmond save a while ago, and he tore me apart. I think in that game he'd signed for Maidstone or something, so you know, he is wanted by quite a few clubs. I've made the bid to try and bring him in on trial just to really flesh out these stats, hoping he accepts that. On the left wing, I've gone the same route for one who can play sort of either side, this fella here, Brandon Kiernan. Again, just like to get him in and see his stats. We might not make him an offer. And the same with Jordan Hicks, primarily on the right. Looking at that stamina, that bravery, that work rate really got me interested in this player. Who have I made a bid for? Well, I've made 3 loan bids. You saw me in the last video. Actually, you didn't see me because I cut it out. In the recording for the last video, I made a loan offer for Arsenal's Alex Kirk, 6'1" centre-back, trying to get him in on loan. Fully expecting 1 or 2 of these players to just say no, which is fine. Also found Paul Apia. I'm really bad at names, you'll have to tell me if I got that wrong. Looking at that 13 to 19 acceleration, that really decent stamina, 6'3". I think he would be quite good to come in on loan. Ignore the cat. Cameron Stewart as well from Ipswich, same sort of thing, good jumping, decent enough heading for this sort of level, and some stats we want to investigate. He'll be able to slot in, hopefully. And if they come in, we'll be covering 10% of their wages. That's £275 per month, which I'm quite looking forward to. They sound quite good. All 3 of those centre-backs also, their contracts are expiring at the end of the year, so if we get them in on loan and they do a job for us, there's a chance we'll be able to pick them up for free. Obviously, their clubs might renew their contracts. That's something we need to keep an eye on. How do we do that? Well, we go to my scouting shortlists. I've filled them out since the last one. You can see here my default, the 3 that I've made bids for. I've also set up expiring contracts and wonder kid targets because we want to bring in players for the future. Expiring contracts, we've got these 4 in here. I'm paying particular attention to these 2 Spanish ones. I don't think we're going to get the Bournemouth player, although he is within our budget and actually his stats are quite good. You know, if we really wanted to, I'm sure we could convince the board to give us some money. But from the right-hand side, we're obviously looking more for the defensive winger stats. Those would need some fleshing out. So he's one for the future. But his contract's expiring. Same with this fellow I found somewhere. He looks quite good. This Mauro Ekigara, I'm just butchering his name now. Good passing for this level, decent acceleration, stamina. He needs scouting, but his contract's expiring. He might be worth taking a punt on. Same for the other two here. In our Wonder Kid targets, this is the big one. If we could do any transfers, if we can get a good cup run, get some money, make some good transfers, who are we looking to bring in? Well, I've got 3 16-year-olds and an 18-year-old. 2 of them I know their approximate transfer value. Daniel Dagger over here, he's not going to take too much for us to be able to buy him. And look at those stats. I know we need to scout him. But first touch looks good. Long shots could be amazing. Passing is going to be decent for this level. So is his acceleration. His pace is going to be fine. When you think he's going to play in that anchor role, if I do end up getting him, that stamina, that work rate, everything about this guy is golden. If I had the money now, I'd make a transfer offer. But I don't think I've got $500,000 sitting in the bank. In fact, if we check the finances, the club doesn't even have $500,000 in the bank, full stop. So that's definitely one for the future. I obviously went and had a look at Barcelona. Everyone does. Found this Malian winger. He's got good stats. I'm looking in particular, his tackling and his marking could be, sort of 6'7", even if it's the minimum 5'7". He's 16. We can develop him into a defensive winger. And actually, he is a good-looking one. Same for these two, just a midfielder and a cam for the future. Forgive me using FIFA derivations of players there. That's what we've done. And this is where we stand. So that was a lot of the admin type stuff that I'd done off of the stream. And there were a few other bits dealing with players to list on the transfer market and the loan market. And ultimately, there wasn't much more I could do after that until I hit continue and was faced with a slew of messages in the inbox, the vast majority of which were regarding transfers, specifically transfers out. That's a lot of notifications. That's a lot of them, right. We've got loan interest in that. Who have we got? Cameron Stewart has accepted... the club, Ipswich, have accepted the loan for Cameron Stewart. Preferred role, central defender. That's fine. He would slot in the middle. He's an important player, so we are going to have to, if he comes in, shuffle him into the team. But I'm prepared for that. That's why I made bids on the 3 of them. And not anymore. What have we got? Non-negotiables for $1,000 a month and 30% of the wages. In the Isterman League. Backup, goalkeeper. 6k loan fee. Do you know what? They're both the same. Let's accept all offers. No instructions. I'll just accept the offers manually. No instructions. There we go. Laurie Sharla, if he comes out, that's money in. That's money coming in. That's a little bit. What have we got? Fringe player. 80% loan coverage, 1.1k, 2.5k loan fee. Do you know what? Jaden Bartolo, is he going to develop better being at our training facilities, possibly getting a game here and there? Is he going to develop better? I don't know. Let's have a look. Do they include can be recalled? Yeah, if they all contain can be recalled for him. If he's not playing, I know it says fringe player, but if he's not playing sort of 5-6 games by January, I'll probably look at recalling him. But other than that, they're all the same. And passive income is great for the club. Sadlier, it's a £43,000 offer. For Sadlier, what's his value? Saying 110k. I'm not entirely sure but he is. What have we got? That could potentially go up to 75k. 20 games, that's another set of instalments. Every 10 games. Yeah, every 10 games we get 600 quid, that's fine. If he gets 20 goals, we get another 12. What's his wage? 4,000 a week. We need to get him off the books. We need to get him off the books. There's a reason our transfer list did SADs. Okay, what's this? We've got other stuff. Board are delighted you've achieved one of the objectives. Guys, I've not even played a game. We've achieved the objective. Look at that. The board loves us. We've not even done anything. So it turns out that the board absolutely loved me and I hadn't done a single thing at all, which felt rather good. That was a bit of an ego stroke. And I looked to follow up that good feeling by producing a positive performance in our opening game of the season against Cambridge United, a game that the board and supporters both expected us to draw, and realistically, I think they expected us to lose. But this is a brief highlight reel of the key moments from that game. Let's go. Immediately, I'm going to change these. Replay events, disallowed offsides and tight offsides can come off. We'll show opposition replays. Let's increase the tempo of this game so we're not sitting here forever. That's good. Knocking possession around. That's exactly what this is for. Come on, boys. 16th in the league. That's not good enough. We nick a goal. We go in front. Everyone. Well, that's the worst thing that could have happened. And he's not affected, so we'll keep him on. He's been playing well. Alex Lowry and Richard Kone, they've looked okay. The service into Kone's not been good. The Carraleros in the first half have really carried this team. That's what I expected them to do. Defensively, I think... Actually, I think we might need to just make a very small change here and put our defensive wingers on defend and ask them... Let's have a look. What are we asking them to do? We're asking them to cross more often and from deep. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Let's go with that. Let's ask our defensive wingers to just play a little bit more defensively. Offer that more support to the back line. Because creativity is not the problem we've got. We've looked good in that regard. Simmons taking the ball on. See, out into the space. Drawing the defender out. Just drawing this fella out here. Same again. We're working our way into space. This is what I like. It's nice. It's controlled football. But what it tells me is the formation's working in terms of keeping people's work rate low. You know, we're making use of players for longer into the match than they are. We're looking to weather their storm. Put a good ball in. Richard Kone off the post. Richard Kone with his first goal of the season. He's put Wycombe in front. Oh, what a goal. Look at all from the ball. Just as I was saying, we've weathered the storm. Finn back with a peach of a cross. Kone off the post and taps it home for 1-0 to Wycombe. That is an amazing goal. Cameron Humphreys whipping the ball in to the near post. There's that time wasting we like to see. Penalty! Handball, I didn't see it. And he's booked him. Emmanuel Longhello. I believe I've said that name right. And it's Richard Kone to double his tally for the day. It's in. Smashed home for Wycombe Wanderers to take a 2-0 lead against a dejected-looking Cambridge side who, quite frankly, expected to take the points home today. What a result, boys. Expected to take a draw from the board. Expected, the fans wanted a draw. They expected a draw. We have absolutely blown it away, and it was comprehensive. It absolutely was comprehensive. And let me tell you, what an absolute result that was. It was an astounding showcase of a tactic that doesn't look like it should work on paper, and the boys on the field were not used to it. It was a fantastic feeling, a fantastic shutout, a true masterclass in professionalism. But I didn't have time to rest on my laurels, because in the next 5 days or something stupid like that, I had to play 2 highly important and competitive games. The first of which against Newport County in the first round of the Carabao Cup. Remember, we were expected to get through the first round, so we had to get a result. And the second, less than 3 days later, was against Bolton Wanderers in the league, one of the favourites to go up into the Championship this season, at least according to Football Manager. That meant I didn't have any time to sit and rest on my laurels. I had to break out my second team and go and try and get a result on a really nasty away day to middle of League 2 Newport County in the Carabao Cup. Here we go, Newport kick off the game. They have 100% pass completion rate and 100% possession. The control possession tactic has failed. It's time to go 4-4-2 for the Wanderers. Oh, they're actually tearing us apart here. I'm not sure I like this. All jokes aside, this was not going to be an easy game, and before too long we had to weather a massive storm. Newport came out storming for the win, and soon they took the lead. It's a corner to Newport County. It's a high ball in. That's good towards the far post. It's out to Rye. Looking to play the ball back into Armour. Kamwa just... Oh, it's not good. It's not good for Wycombe Wanderers. Let's take a look and see how we can analyse it. McCleary running out. He drops off, but just can't get enough in. And it's just an easy free header at the back there for Kamwa. Oh, it's not great for Wycombe Wanderers. We need to be winning this game. And with Newport in front, the boys had to show all the heart, all the courage they had to try and fight back to an equalising position. And it's recovered nicely by Newport County as they themselves look to break, but it's come only as far as Bradley in that space. Leahy plays Onyedinma through. Fred Onyedinma! What a goal! And that was the exact flow for the remainder of the 90 minutes. It was a tough slog with sides trading back and forth who looked more likely to take a lead. Kamwa, the goal scorer. Ball over the top into the half space. Oh, it's too easy. And he's not offside either. It's too easy. Sam Vokes, you got to come on and do something, my friend. We are expected to win this game. The board want us to win. The fans expect to win. And there is a shock on the cards as League 2 Newport County have taken the lead against Wycombe. Oh, it's a deflected cross. Deflected off of the red boots of, I believe, Declan Skura. Oh, it's not great. It's not great for Wycombe Wanderers, but they've got resolve, this team. They believe. Scowen. Grimmer. Still Grimmer. To Stewart on loan. Berry tries to win the header. Unsuccessful. Stewart punts it long into that half space, but it's covered. Luke Leahy with the throw. Finds Scowen. Back to Leahy. With the ball in. Up to Sam Vokes. That's why he came on, boys. That's why we have him. Sammy Vokes. Doing it against the Welsh team again. What a header. The traditional epitome of a target forward. He kept his head and he used it well. And Wycombe are back on level terms. This time it's a 2-minute turnaround. You can say nothing about this Wycombe team apart from they've got the resolve to just keep going. And immediately they've got to show that again. As Rye bags his second for the game. I'll be damned if this young man doesn't look good. At 18 years old, he is having a stonking game and create themselves a chance out of nothing. They have had 0.85 XG. This is not been their game. Newport have taken it to them, and they have absolutely got the result at the minute that they deserve. But Wycombe, look at that through over the top to James Berry. Oh, Jack Young to Jake Berry. I think it's Jake Berry. No, it's James Berry. What am I saying? I'm losing my mind. Jack Young to James Berry over the top. Look at this creative ball. Berry on the overlap into the space. The fluid 4-4-2 tactical change from the manager. Well, it seems to be working. It seems to be working. And that was it. We had a penalty shootout in the first round of the Carabao Cup to decide our place, to see whether or not we'd let our fans down, let our board down, whether or not we can get a cup run actually off the ground. And this is how it went. It's penalties here. Okay. Sam Vokes taking second. We'll put Gareth McCleary in third, and then it gets tense. Let's do Josh Goin, and then we'll do James Berry. And if we need more after that, well, God help us. Team talk. Pump fist. No. Point finger. This is your chance to be heroes. Make sure you have no regrets. Are Wycombe Wanderers going to stay in the cup, or are they going to crash out on penalties? It's Baker Richardson to take first for Newport. It's saved by Norris. It was a weak penalty and an excellent stop, as Wycombe have the advantage. Luke Leahy looking to seal it, and does. Keeper goes the right way, but it's an emphatic penalty, and Newport must be sweating now. Evans puts it in the back of the net. That's a great penalty. No keeper's stopping that. Can Sam Vokes step up? He can. That is as gorgeous a penalty as you're likely to see. And Wycombe can breathe here. But not for too long, as it's saved. Gareth McCleary steps up third. Can he put it away? The veteran sends the keeper the wrong way and dispatches the penalty. A save or a miss here. Oh, it's a great shot. Josh Scowen needs to find the net. There is no way around it. And he does. Keeper goes the right way, but he puts that right in the corner. That's an excellent penalty. If Newport do not score this penalty, Wycombe Wanderers have won the shootout. He steps up. He scores. Oh, the pressure is on. It is all on Wycombe Wanderers and James Berry to find the net in the shootout. It's advantage Wycombe. All he's got to do is find the net, and it's saved. No! It's sudden death. Oh no! Oh, it is a great save. Oh, Davis steps up. He can't quite do it. I can't believe this shootout. What a stop. Norris is the penalty taking hero, and Jack Young now with the opportunity to put Wycombe Wanderers into the second round of the Carabao Cup. And he does, in glorious fashion. Wycombe Wanderers win 5-4 on penalties after being ridiculously outplayed for the entirety of the 90 minutes. What resolve from the Chairboys. It's a win on the road for the second time in a row for Wycombe Wanderers. Oh yeah, jubilation for the boys, and let me tell you, it was a massive relief to me to get through. That £5 grand payout we get from getting £5 grand. Oh, let's be honest, it does nothing, but it's something that we can have as a positive. Our very first competitive cup match, and we managed to come out on top, and a tough away day. What a result for our second team. And I've learnt something. I'm not going to take League 2 opposition lightly, nor was I prepared to take our next opposition lightly either. It's Bolton Wanderers in the league. That is going to be a tough fixture, and I knew it, the boys knew it, everyone knew it. In all the predictions, media, betting odds, board projection, Bolton are absolutely hands down supposed to be finishing above us in the league. It's these sorts of games where we had to really show our mettle and try and get something out of them, because they're going to be the games that make or break our season, our promotion charge, our playoff push, whatever we end up doing. If we could get a result at Bolton, I knew we'd set a good foundation for this season. Because essentially with this formation, if it gets through to the goalkeeper, we've done something wrong. Higgs, that is not the way you want to start your career. Bradley to Harvey. Harvey finds Lowry. Humphreys finds Lowry again. The shot is just caught up in the legs. It was a nice bit of play, creative play from Wycombe Wanderers. And the pressure's on. Lowry's picked it up. Kone wins a corner. Oh, they fell asleep at the back, did the Bolton back line. Lowry whips the ball in. It's dealt with nicely. I think Wycombe are going to have to look at... That's got to be offside, surely. Yeah. And it's Alex Lowry into Haggleskjar, and it's gone over. Oh, it's gone over. Who's next? Daniel Harvey with the throw. Out to Simmons. Harvey with the ball in. It's going towards Richard. Kone floated to the back. It is a corner. What a brilliant save from the Bolton Wanderers goalkeeper. Again, Lowry takes the ball in. It's Haggleskjar. Can't quite keep it down. Jones throws it to Dempsey. Finds Gomez. To Jones. Looks for a cross. Finds one. It's dealt with by Kirk. And it's behind for a corner. That's solid defending from the Arsenal man on loan. Sheehan. Westergaard heads that clear. McCleary's not going to get there. That's absolutely fine. Sheen. Morley. That's dangerous. Sheen, it's off the bar and over. Oh, this is dangerous. They've switched now. They're playing with that Metsala role. Berry with an excellent tackle, and he punts that long back to Santos. The ball is in. It's floated towards Kone. It's not been successful this time. McCleary finds Taylor. He's under pressure. He's done really well to get out of the pressure. Taylor, Westergaard, Berry, McCleary, Westergaard. They're knocking it around. That's a great ball. The flag goes up and Gareth McCleary is offside. And you have to say, that's full time. Possibly one last chance for a move here. That's it, the full-time whistle. It's a 0-0 draw against a very threatening Bolton Wanderers side. Look, I know every manager wants to win every game. Everyone wants to see their team win, and I'm no different. But do you know what? I have to be realistic. A 0-0 draw against Bolton Wanderers is not a bad result. It's not an okay result. It's a good result. They're meant to be better than us, according to Football Manager. And we managed to pull out a point. That could be the point that gives us promotion at the end of the season in second place. That could be the point that gets us the playoff spot by 1 point at the end of the season. If we can keep taking results like that from teams that we're really not expected to beat, then we are going to have an amazing season, rake in a ton of money and set up a massive, massive foundation for this club in the next couple of seasons. And that is where I chose to leave off this video. We've played 3 competitive matches. We've taken 4 points out of a possible 6 and we have advanced into the next round of a cup, albeit by the skin of our teeth. Do you know what? I don't think we're doing too badly. But to find out how we get on our next flurry of matches, you're going to have to wait for the next part, which is going to come soon. But guys, thank you all so much for watching. Really do appreciate your time. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with someone, subscribe if you want. I'm not going to pressure you any more than that. I am going to say though, thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing all of you and hopefully some more in the next one.